Must have drove down through there. You must have taken that ride on your bike, Bob. You know, I don't, when I'm on my bike, I don't actually pay attention to where I am, so I'm sure I have, but I fucking couldn't tell you. You don't pay attention to where you are. How the hell do you find your way back? Well, I'm on my bike. I'm not actually worried about it. I'm just driving, and I end up where I end up, and I get home when I get home type deal. I'm pretty bad like that. I literally just go, and I'll just turn and be like, oh, okay, this looks cool. I mean, I guess worst case is I could always try to pull a cell phone out or something, but where the fuck's the fun in that? Guess I'm gonna start letting the icon warm up a little bit, and yeah, get ready to go find some sideband fun. Yes, sir. I think it's gonna turn mine on too, and go find which selector is on my rotary switch here, and yeah, let's go listen in to the skill.
Test 1 2 1 2. Try that again. Testing. 1 2 3 4 5. Try that one more time. 1 2 3 4 5. One, two, three, four, five. Hello, 1 2 1 2.
10-4 on you got audio.
Okay. We get 4 audios at the same time as this trail set.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess not.
Audio. Audio. Audio.
You guys are doing that because you're like one of them Harley riders that every time you come to a stop sign, you rev it like 3 or 4 times. Absolutely no reason.
Yep, that's exactly it right there. That's exactly it.
I think so.
What is going on, Mr. Hawkeye? That's exactly what's going on. I'm revving my engine. I'm revving it up. I'm at a stop sign. I love the sound of that. Brap, brap.
You're about ready to let the clutch rip, ain't ya?
Oh, that's the worst part. You rev it up, you don't even do that. Then you just got to putter off and stall your bike when you're starting off.
I'm a throttle blipper.
He likes the vibration.
Yeah, I find the snowmobilers are the fucking same way now.
I grew up on a 2-stroke, man. I can't help it.
I mean, a 2-stroke does have a really nice sound to it when you blurp it up with a decent little can on it.
They rev really quick.
Hey Chris, I'm out in Minnesota. I'm not quite, just doing a few things before I get started here, but hopefully you're hearing the audio okay.
Just, yeah, enjoying the beautiful day.
There we go. That ought to be a little better.
I see we got a few people in the streams here. You guys hearing everything okay? I had I had like a whining noise in the background. I think I got rid of it. Ground loop.
In there, and you are a little off. You're not bad, but you're a little off.
I'm not off now.
Knocking off your rocker.
We're all off our rocker a little bit.
I can run 1,000 hertz tone through it and check.
Sounding good, Birdman.
10-4, yeah, you are too. That's a rascal down there on the Yazoo.
Roger.
Where's Hickory not on his Yazoo?
Come on along.
Where is that big strap of Hickory now?
I have no idea.
Good evening, Miss
I'm
P.
just running just the radio right now.
Yeah,
It's
good
like
evening,
30
good
watts.
evening.
Sounds good here.
Good evening, Mr. Paranoid over here in Walterboro. Hello.
Are you sure? You sure? I'm
I'm not sure. That's Mr. Paranoid. I wasn't sure if Mr.
Was that Bobcat over there in Jefferson?
Could be an imposter. We could add a little bit. I'm going to have to add a little bit of juice in.
That's right. Put some fire into the wire, Birdman. Give her help.
No, just a little.
Nah, no such thing as just a little. Go all out or don't do anything.
Well, all you need's a little, really.
Now, really, you don't really need anything more than 2 watts, but what the fuck fun is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Sounds good here.
Whose radio, Funky?
Whoever it is with that Roger beep sounds a little funky.
Yeah, Roger that, Bobcat. You're going to have to get a better radio or something at some point or something to probably be able to talk.
No, he's not even talking to me.
There and Bobcat there. Rasco, I don't know if you can hear him. He's in Jefferson.
I can tell.
There's somebody else out there. I think it might be Bobcat.
Yeah, Tim Boy, he's on frequency. He's about 300 hertz low, I think, right now. You can almost make out what he's saying down there.
What is he running for a radio, do you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's 142 or something like that, maybe. What kind of radio you run there, Bobcat?
Sounds like a cartoon character. That's what I was thinking too.
Sounds like Mickey Mouse just did some helium.
Yeah, I can't really make out what kind of radio he says it is. I keep thinking he wants to say it's the Cobra 2000 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people key up, so I can't even tell when he is keying up or not, so, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, no, it's a Galaxy. I heard that. He just said it's a Galaxy radio, so I'm not sure what model Galaxy, but the radio is on frequency for sure, and it's also muffled on the audio or something. I'm not sure what's wrong with it.
Break about your paranoid.
Yeah, go ahead, Bruce, Paranoid.
Yeah, you got a hickory nut here. How we sounding tonight?
Well, you sounded really good up here tonight. To me, Hickory Nut, you sound just like you're sitting here talking to me.
Well, I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you sound just like you're on 37 talking to him. Holy bejesus.
Or anything like that. Nice clean audio up here.
Okay, well, thanks for the flowers there. I thought that I don't want to jump in on your conversation. So we'll talk with you in a bit.
Yeah, roger that. Well, we'll be doing check-ins here, I think, tonight at 8 o'clock. I don't know if Radio Man's going to be out there tonight or if Screwdriver's going to be doing check-ins or what. I don't know.
Screwdriver, you're giving me a 9 up here in Fairfield. A 9 in Fairfield. Well, that's a good thing, right? I'd say so.
Yeah, I do believe Radio Man will be out here, sometime momentarily. I talked to him earlier, so it sounded like he was still in for festivities.
It's his birthday today. He should be on.
You make that sound really, 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 special when you say festivities.
Oh, you know it is.
Yeah.
About your bird, man, you'd be buying. 10-4, yeah, you got a copy? 10-4. Yeah, I got a good copy on you. You got a good copy on me? Yeah, you sound good. Sounding lean and mean. I can hear some background noise like your TV or something. Well, my wife's kicking the shit out of me. Maybe that's it. Well, that could be it.
Well, at least you won't have to shit after.
Hey, geez, I never thought of that.
Keeps crap out of you. We don't want to be witnesses.
Oh, if any of you guys here in the YouTube stream, or just give me a report on the audio, how it's coming through, if you don't mind.
The shit to kick out of me at 265 pounds.
That's a lot of shit. That's a whole lot of shit, dude. On the wheelbarrow full. Maybe a few.
I'm only 3'6" tall. That's what they call a Georgia buggy.
Get somebody holler for you there, Hickory Nut.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead for the Hickory Nut.
I'm thinking he's got one of them alligator radios, Pipeline.
I got you now, Pipeline. Right here in Winthrop. Oh, Roger, on brother, yeah. Is he goofy looking like me?
Hey there, Hickory, do you run that easy went to that Carl amplifier? Hickory, hello, can you hear me now? You running that Carl built over there?
He's having testicular difficulties.
10-4 on that. Happy birthday, Radio Man.
Oh, man. What's going on, Paranoid? How you doing?
Good, good. Happy birthday, Radio Man. Thanks for hosting tonight.
Yes. Week is going by quickly. Yeah, how you hearing me tonight there, Paranoid? I've been switching radios around. I think I'm okay.
Kind of good up here, 5x5.
Hello.
I keyed on whoever that was. Say that again?
A little choppy.
Oh, really?
Just
Yeah, I don't think you were into the audio enough. I think it was just kind of cutting out the amp.
Huh. All right, let me try that again. Hello, 1212. Is that any better?
Sounds perfect. We heard you out there, Mr. 29.
sounding good, sounding good.
Hawkeye, you're a little farther away. Am I still a little choppy?
No, sounds good now.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used this mic all week, so maybe I forgot how to use it. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I got my ass spanked today. Oh, man.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I was just wondering why you're thinking about getting my ass spanked.
Oh, that was a nasty one. A 200.
It is your birthday.
Yes. All right. I think it's about time we get started. What do you say?
I say go for it.
All right. Well, okay. Well, welcome to Maine Sidebanders. I got a report from Pipeline that I think it's Gene. 3710 is going to try to drop in. So I'll try to check in. I don't know if Moose is still in there, but how about it? Oh, excuse me. How about it, Moose there in Somerset County?
Birthday boy.
Yes. If you happen, I might have you try to make a call for like Gene 37. I think it's Gene 3710. He's up in Aroostook County. I'm not sure if you could hear him, but maybe would you mind trying making a call for him real quick?
And boy. How about you, Gene 3510 up in the county? How about you, Gene 3510 up in the county? This is Moose in Fairfield on Sidebanders site. You have a copy. Fucking go to someone else.
I'm gonna say that's a big negative.
Can't for that. Quiet as a mouse.
All right, Moose. I appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe we'll try again a little later. Pipeline, let me know. Maybe I'll have Pipeline try too here in a little bit. But anyways, thank you. All right, we got to move on here. Anyone else in? How about anyone else in Somerset County? All right, no one else in Somerset County. How about Franklin County?
Hey, I'm rolling nickel for Floyd up there in the county.
Okay, I heard a relay for Floyd up there in Mercer, and there was like 3 other people, so we're gonna have to try that again. Who I got Floyd. That was the only one I got. Okay. Well, how about another call for Franklin County? All right. Who was that with the deet? All right, we got you, Floyd. I guess there's no one else for Franklin County, so we'll move on. How about Kennebec County? Kennebec County.
Yeah, you got the Birdman over here in Augusta.
Hey, Birdman, how you doing? We got you over there in Augusta. Anyone else?
Hey, man. Got 7 in Chelsea there. Happy birthday.
Okay, we thank you for that. And we got 7 in Chelsea. Who else we got in Kennebec County? I heard Sutton way down there. Can anyone relay that?
I heard somebody, but I just walked in.
All right, we'll try one more time. How about Kennebec County? Kennebec County. All right, nothing heard on Kennebec County. How about Waldo County? Nothing heard for Maine Sidebanders on Waldo County. All right, we're going to keep moving here. How about Knox County? Knox County. All right, how about Lincoln County? Lincoln County for Maine Sidebanders.
We got Peter Small in Booth Bay.
Oh, Peter Small in Booth Bay. Okay. I believe you're a new arrival to Maine Sidebanders there, Peter.
Roger that. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're glad to have your small Peter. Okay, Who else we got for, where the hell? I think are we in Knox County? Yeah, Knox County.
Mr. Paranoid in Walterboro.
All right, we got you, Mr. Paranoid. How you doing this evening?
Yeah, we're doing good. Happy birthday there, Radio Man.
And I'm sorry, someone was trying. I keyed on you by accident. Try that one more time.
Novocaine here, Walterboro.
Oh, hey Novocaine, how you doing? I heard you weren't feeling well last week. You feeling any better this week?
I'm coming around the corner a little bit better every day that goes by.
All right, well, glad to hear you're doing a little better. I kind of overheard you last week. So, all right. Who else we got for Lincoln County? Lincoln County for Maine Sidebanders.
We got Bobcat out. Jefferson was checking in there a few minutes ago with me. He is on frequency, but he's trying to check in again this week.
Oh, you're insane. Mr. Bolson, Brazil.
Okay, Paranoid, I got Bobcat. Appreciate the relay. I did hear he's having some issues. He's running a Galaxy. So, appreciate that. How about Maine Sidebanders, Lincoln County, Lincoln County. Who was that out there? Just try to pause before you key up. I heard someone. Try that again.
I think that was a Bobcat. Bobcat trying to check in.
All right, I got Bobcat down on the list. I guess we're going to move on from Lincoln County. How about Saginaw County?
How about Clearwater, Thompson?
Hey, Clearwater and Topsom. How you doing this evening? You better put your long underwear on to go walking tomorrow. I think it's going to be cold tomorrow morning.
Oh, you're going to say, my name is Paul, São Paulo, Brazil, 3 Division.
Ah, okay. Who else we got for Saginaw County for Maine Sidebanders?
You got Big Mac, Thompson.
Oh, my brother, Mr. Paul, São Paulo.
All right, we got Big Mac. Hey, Big Mac, just want to report you're sounding very good tonight. Much improved signal there, Big Mac.
Good to hear. Thank you. And hey, happy birthday.
Okay, thank you very much. Who else we got for Saginaw County?
You got Runt checking on Bowden. Happy birthday.
Jesus. All right, thank you. We got Runt over there in Bowden. Who else we got for Saginaw County? All right, I think we got everybody. We'll move on to Androscoggin County. How about Androscoggin County?
Hawkeye over here in Lisbon Falls, just blipping the throttle.
Jesus. Hawkeye blipping the throttle in Lisbon Falls. All right. Who else we got for Androscoggin County?
Well, as long as Hawkeye's checking in from Lisbon Falls, Traveler might as well check in too.
Oh my God, Traveler. I just had to pick myself up off the floor. And Lisbon Falls is being well represented tonight. If we get a Skywalker check-in, you guys are going to have a quorum.
Skywalker checking in. On frequency, but I ain't riding along.
Lisbon Falls officially has a quorum with 3.
Trifecta.
Anyways, yeah, glad to have all you guys. Nice to hear you too, Traveler. Hopefully, you'll stick around here in a little bit here when we wrap up roll call and get to chat a little bit. Who else we got for Androscoggin County? Well, I'm going to guess we got everybody in Androscoggin County for now. So how about Oxford County? Oxford County.
Happy birthday, Radio Man. Taco Bender 505 Maine said it.
Okay, I got you, TB 505 over there in Canton. Thank you, and welcome to Maine Sidebanders. Who else we got for Oxford County?
Triple three up here in Oxford County.
Okay, fix it. We got you. We got you over there in Oxford. Anyone else for Oxford County for Maine Sidebanders? I know Pipeline's got to be in there. Hey, Pipeline, we got you direct. Do you want to try seeing if you can raise 3710 there, Pipeline?
Yeah, he said, see if you can get the other fellas that you said were up that way to check in. Well, when they do, just give them a shout and let Radio Man know.
All right, copy direct, but thank you, fix it. Last call for Oxford County. We're just coming into the tail end of it here. Last call for Oxford County. All right, how about Cumberland County? Cumberland County.
Yeah, 4107 Cumberland County.
Okay, 4107, high pressure in Cape Elizabeth. How you doing this evening? All right, well, high pressure's in there along with another station there in Brazil. Another call for Cumberland County. Cumberland County.
Screwdriver checking in.
All right, we got you, Screwdriver. And who else we got for Cumberland County? Cumberland County.
Hey, you got Tasman checking in. How you doing there, Radio Man? Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Taz over in Pownell. All right. We got Screwdriver. We got for Cape Elizabeth 4107 and Cape Elizabeth. We got Screwdriver, New Gloucester, Tasman, Pownell. Anyone else in Cumberland County?
Oh, USA. My name is Paul from Brazil. Thank you for contacting my brother.
All right. We're gonna shift down here. We're gonna grab York County, New Hampshire. Stand by.
Say, Mr. Paul South.
All right. How about York County for Maine Sidebanders? York County for Maine Sidebanders. Okay. I think I heard someone in Waterboro. Try that again. All right, we got you in Waterboro. Have you checked into Maine Sidebanders before? Okay. Well, we got you, Steve from Waterboro. All right. Did I get that right on your name, Steve?
Yes, sir. Steve. Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo, Steve.
All right, Steve. Well, glad to have you. How about another call for York County? York County for Maine Sidebanders.
Maniac over here in Cumberland. Cumberland County, that is.
That's all right, Maniac. We got you. Better late than never, right? Over there in Wyndham. Okay. Another call for York County. York County. All right, well, Steve, stick around here if you want to do some chatting here. We're just going to call New Hampshire and any stragglers, and then we're going to open it up just to general chit-chat. So if there's anything you want to do, Steve, stick around. How How about state of New Hampshire? State of New Hampshire for Maine Sidebanders.
Hello, USA, Eastern Pole, South America, Brazil.
One last call for state of New Hampshire. State of New Hampshire. Try that again. I think that might have been 333, but you got stepped on. Try that again, 333. All right. Is anyone hearing anything for state of New Hampshire? I'm not copying anything.
What does it sound like?
Just here in Brazil, take them out if there is.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to keep jumping up and down until he's blue in the face. All right, last call for Maine Sidebanders. Anyone, anywhere. Last call for Maine Sidebanders. Anyone, anywhere.
You got Double D from Massachusetts in my skyrise.
All right. I copied Gonzo in Rochester, New Hampshire. Did I hear Double D in the high rise?
Yes, down here in Massachusetts.
Okay, Double D. Are you wearing a tuxedo tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Copy that. All right, well, I'm sure there's plenty of guys who'd like to talk to you, Double D. So if you'd like to stick around, if you don't have to break away for cocktail hour here. One more call. Anyone, anywhere. Last call for Maine Sidebanders on roll call before we open it up.
Cocktail hour, what you having?
Well, you know, Double D, that's what they do down in Penthouse Apartments. They have cocktail hour. All right, not hearing anyone else. We'll keep doing roll call if people show up, but we'll open it up to whatever people want to talk about, or I don't know if Pipeline wants to try to grab, another relay, or anyone's got any questions. I'll just kind of throw it up in the air here. Let her rip.
Let it rip, Tater Chip.
It's time to nut up or shut up.
Sounded like somebody had a question.
Yeah, this thing sound all right?
Yeah, what'd you do different? Your signal came up over here quite a bit.
Oops.
Yeah, you can't just leave us hanging. What'd you do?
Shut the light out.
I think you're going to have to elaborate what shut the light out means.
Power.
Oh, you were drawing too much power over there. I got it. Friggin' streetlights, man.
I know it. It's that little night light there. If I unplug it, I get out better.
I gotta start unplugging shit over here, I gotta tell you that.
What's the matter? You don't like your electric bill?
The old Jeep has cranked up the electric bill about $100 a month.
Why would the Jeep do that?
Because it plugs into the friggin' wall.
Is it diesel?
No, it's a 2.0 four-cylinder turbo, but it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
Oh, so you're saving money on gas but spending more on electricity.
That's pretty much the gist of it. Exactly.
That's like wiping before you shit. It don't make sense.
Who said that?
So if it's a hybrid, well, you got to plug it in. Just run it on the fuel.
Yeah,
Oh, because, if he plugs it in, he can cost himself $100 more in electricity to save himself $50 in fuel.
I never should have brought it up. Let's move on.
You have an interesting conversation now. We love it.
Oh, this is going to take up the next hours.
Definitely, yeah. They're
going to have to take some no-dos. Actually, this really is a good point. There is no saving money. It's the law of nature. It's just impossible.
Hey, Hawkeye, I was just telling someone the other day, all the shit that's been invented in the last 20 years to save electricity, and our electric bills are higher than ever.
I know it. All this solar energy and all these solar farms going up has actually raised our bills.
Hey, tell you the truth, a lot of the solar farms aren't even online.
Yeah, they're just getting the tax credit.
School. I had a 1982 Ford Escort, and that thing got 42 miles a gallon. How come you can't go buy a four-cylinder car now that gets 42 miles a gallon? Unless it's some crazy hybrid, but even still, they barely get that. It's like, you would have thought in fucking 40 years technology, fuel injection, this thing was carbureted. You would have thought fuel injection and all the technical advances we've had, we could beat out my 1982 Ford fucking Escort.
Hey, Screwdriver, I have a radio relay for you.
Directly to the point I was making. My best friend in high school bought a Toyota Corolla. We painted it, fixed it all up. We were driving a Gran Torino. Well, now we could drive around all week on $10 worth of gas, right? So what do? We bought 3 times as much beer.
Exactly. All right, what do we got for a relay? Let's hear it.
There was a concerned citizen post on the Grey New Gloucester Community Bulletin Board. I will read as follows. Not sure if anyone's missing a dog, but I just saw a black and white looking pit bull in the parking lot of the bike shop just before the fire station on Route 100. So someone replied and goes, "That's his dog."
That's funny. I've had people stop a couple of times. I'm like, well, my dog don't leave the yard. She's always out there. She's upstairs in bed right now. But, oh, that's awesome. I like it.
My wife just sent me a text message, and she goes, is Greg's dog okay? You might want to let him know. I'm like, yeah, she usually just sits outside the door in the parking lot. I'm sure she's fine, but I'll let him know.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to find the post and send it to my wife. I know she's upstairs snoring away on the floor with my wife, so, yeah. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Pipeline. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do get it. My old Ford Escort probably had 35 horse. It was nutless piece of shit. And a 4-cylinder car now has 150, 185. So 4 times the horsepower, if not more, but I don't know. It just kind of kills me.
You need to come back with a Yugo.
Oh, fucking 3-cylinder Yugo. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it ain't no different than the medical industry. Once they come out with those injections, it most supposed to make people feel better, but it didn't work, did it?
I wonder what all them European cars get for gas mileage.
A lot of them are diesel. I mean, at one time, I remember when I was younger, Volkswagen Jetta diesel, That thing got 50 miles to the gallon, but that was before all the friggin' low sulfur and that urea crap, the DEF systems.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they haven't allowed a diesel car to be sold in Maine for like fucking 20 years now, I believe.
You go to Cal?
No, any car. They have the trucks because it's an EPA thing. Trucks are bypassed by the EPA and such, but you can go to New Hampshire and get a turbo diesel injected Golf or, whatever, but you can't get one in Maine because, we pretend we're fucking a mini California.
Jay, I did get your email. I kind of slipped my mind to reply, but I didn't know the person that you were asking about in the email. I just haven't had a chance to reply yet.
They tried to push that in Maine in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was early 2000s. You couldn't get the small cars that were diesel anymore, but you could still the trucks. But there's always somebody trying to push something.
Yeah, we used to have to go get it inspected and worked on to meet emissions.
You on your base tonight, Traveler?
Yeah.
Fucking Traveler. Teeing up the radio. We love it.
Well, I was home tonight and not working, so I figured I'd hop it on.
Heck yeah. Might as well, right?
And Skywalker was on frequency for the occasion.
Fuck, this has been, it's been all year so far, but I almost think it was all of December, too. He's been on for the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's on it. He knows what he's doing now.
Yeah, I try. Hopefully my signal is a lot stronger now.
Now he's wondering how many weeks in a row does he have to nail it, and it will stop being mentioned.
Well, you gotta wait for one of the rest of us to do something stupid again. It'll get boring real quick. We'll do something stupid.
Yeah, but I like Skywalker, so I like busting his chops about it because it was funny.
Yeah, and Skywalker, if we need a filler, we can always go to the bullpen.
Bullpen, right? You're on the bullpen. Yeah, that's okay. I can dish it out and take it to their birthday boy. I don't know. How is this signal? Is it better with this 4-pill?
Oh, wait a second. You got a new amp? Hold on a second. Screwdriver. Give me a drum roll or something. Tell us about the new amp. We got to give you the floor here, man.
Well, I just, I'm not going to burn it up, but I have to go direct on the antenna on the 5/8 ground plane. I can't go through the meter, but I don't know. It seems to be okay.
Okay, I'm sure everyone's wondering what happens when you go through the meter.
I'll let you on a little secret. Shh. You give me a better signal than Hawkeye.
Jeez!
You did not.
Okay. We're going to start something. We keyed on you there, Radio Man.
Oh, Hawkeye, Jesus Christ, Screwdriver just slapped him across the face.
Yeah, I'm still reeling from it. I even got the big friggin' amp out tonight. I can smell cobwebs burning.
You might want to drive it a little bit harder.
I'm giving her all I got.
Two more like that, I'm going to have to call it TKO.
Oh man, it's going to be the Simpsons thing that I sent in the group chat earlier with the megaphone. With the megaphone, you're going to have the Carl Bill driving into the Yazoo.
Go ahead, Oxford, check in.
Well, I said you guys are both giving me the same signal out here in Oxford.
Roger, on the same signal.
Appreciate that, Fix-It. At least I got one ball left.
Thank you, Fix-It.
So Skywalker, what are we running for an amp?
Carl built 400 HD standard.
Okay. And what happens when you go through the meter that you said I can't run it through the meter? What happens?
Well, I know on the Bird, the reflection, it gives me like, I don't know, 6 watts. And then I look down on my radio SWR and it's like 2.5.
Huh. I don't even know where to start with that, but I mean, you should be able to run a meter, but I'm not sure what's going on there. That's interesting.
Try a different length jumper cable.
Well,
that's a lot to unpack in that sentence, I guess.
a knurled one, perhaps.
Six watts reflect, that's, you know, I assume you mean coming back from your antenna, so you don't keep your meter in reflect all the time, so it don't matter. Keep it in, you know, forward with a bigger slug. If you wanted to do the math to figure out what your SWR actually is, you can do the math between your forwards, your average power, and your reflect. Then you can, you know, do the calculations to figure out your SWR. If your radio's showing you a 2.5, you know, that's just the input tune of the amp.
Roger, on the input of the amp. Yeah, I do have a scale on that. I should look at that and see where the cross, the cross, whatever it's called, is. And it'll show me the reflect and also the output of the SWR.
Well, you're giving me 20 over here in Houston Park there, Skywalker.
20 over in Houston Park. Roger that, Traveler.
You'll never beat the 60 over that Hawkeye gives me, though.
No, because he, yeah, that's cool. You're right next door.
I always got one, you know, I can always go to the Traveler. So I always got that.
That's right. You got your ball back.
How long of a jumper do you have from your radio to the amp?
6 feet. And then 6 feet from the antenna into the antenna switch.
Christ, you'd think that'd be good enough. You know, amp builders, they don't, you know, it'd be nice for the amp builder to tell you what length coax they're running when they tune these amps. It'd help out people help a lot.
If your amp changes with your coax, you need a new fucking amp builder.
Probably reach out to him and ask that question and see what I get back with an answer.
I mean, offhand, I think, you know, 6 watts of reflect. I mean, if you're doing, you know, 4-pill, I guess what's that, like, probably doing about 400 PEP. So, I mean, I think that's like a 1.5 or something SWR, which that's nothing to worry about, but that's just me offhand.
Right, Roger on a 1.5. Yep. I don't know. It's kind of mysterious.
I don't know, man. 6 watts coming back into the radio? That sounds like a lot to me.
Not coming back into the radio, coming back into the amp.
Still sounds like a lot.
If you're swinging like 700, is it really a lot?
700 out of a 4-pill? Man, I gotta bring mine over to your shack.
No wonder why freaking Skywalker's stomping you.
Yours will show about 700 with a 4-pill. on sideband. You know, I don't mean on AM, on sideband.
Holy Christ, I'm lucky if I ever see 250.
Really, on sideband? Then you gotta drive it a little bit harder. You should be seeing at least 450 to 500 pretty easily out of that on sideband.
Yeah, I mean, really give your nuts a good squeeze and a twist and go, audio!
Well, I never had my wife come bursting through the door telling me she smelled shit burning.
That's a fair point.
Wait till she gets over that cold.
No, I'm serious, man. I mean, I'll set it up for 180 watt swing on sideband, you know, on voice peaks, and that's, you know, it might go up to 250 on a peak swing. That's it. That's all I've ever seen.
So, what radio are you driving it with right now, Hawkeye?
Well, I'm not on that amp. That amp I'm talking about, I've driven it with the Quad 6, the QT40.
You might need a little bit more swing out of it, but I mean that should be enough to get you that, you know, 400 to 500. Like I said, I'm not a big magical number fan. I am never going to say that thing is going to see 1,000 watts like everybody else does on AM, but it should see about 300 watts on AM, and it should see about 450 to 500 on sideband without really hammering on it by no means.
I'll have to revisit it. I'll hook the Quad 6 Pro up to it, and maybe I'm mostly AM. So I'm not sure that I usually don't use that setup on sideband too often. So I might be thinking purely AM numbers.
Yeah, I definitely don't see like those big numbers that everybody else talks about. You know, I mean, at 4-pill, you should be dead keying about 100 watts, give or take, you know, and letting it swing up, and it should dead key 100. And I guess if you got a really good like PEP meter, it should dead key 100 and swing 400. Should be a 100% modulated perfect sine wave. What meters have you, what do you normally use, though, when you look at it, Hawkeye? Are you using your amazing, awesome Microntas?
No, I've been using the Diamond SX100.
Okay, I would think. I just know those Microntas or Radio Shack things. They're pretty stingy. I like them. Don't get me wrong. I own a couple of them, but I know those definitely don't swing crap. Even on peak, I don't have good luck with them. But they're real. You know, to me, they're realistic numbers, but they don't. They definitely don't do up like what everything else does.
So let me ask you. You know, I normally, when I'm using the Carl built, and let's say I have the Quad 6 hooked up to it, I usually have the sideband power down to about, I don't know, 12 watts. You know, I never go into it with full output on sideband. Is that something you would do, is run your radio wide open into it?
Seriously?
Wouldn't even think twice on sideband. Obviously never on AM, but on sideband, I run my 955 wide open into my Dave Made 4-pill out back all the time on sideband.
Point of order.
Yes, we have an interjection.
Do you seriously, Hawkeye, have to ask Screwdriver if he runs his radio wide open? I mean, are you okay?
You know, I haven't been feeling good for about a month, so as soon as you keyed up Radio Man, I knew it was coming.
I couldn't stop laughing. Do you run your radio wide open? I'm like, does a bear shit in the woods?
Wasn't Bondo Grondo?
Wish I had a big radio.
Oh, we do too. That way you'd stop fucking saying you wish you had a big radio every week.
I mean, it's not every week.
Yeah, you do it every week.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, who we got here?
You got Red Dragon up here in Augusta.
Aha! Red Dragon in Augusta. Well, welcome. Right up there near Birdman.
Roger beeps this week. Wait. You had to change your underwear. Back or front? Oh, fuck, you're good for another couple weeks. Was it just because it was the new year? Nice. Yeah, on AM, Hawkeye, like, I get worried about my striker swinging too much. I run a super thin power wire to my striker in my vehicle because I keep the power all the way down. Like, I don't turn it up at all. It's all the way down, and I run like a spaghetti thin power wire. And when I key up, that thing will drop like 2 volts just so I don't swing too hard into my amp. But on Sideman, fuck yeah, feed her the beans.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that. Now that you got me thinking about it, I'm sure that I'm mostly thinking of what on, especially when I said 180 watt carrier, that's on AM. So I just don't think I've probably used that Carl built much on sideband.
Well, Skywalker's 5 minutes away.
That's a lot for a 4-pill. Well, I mean, I say a lot. It's what I would do with old school Toshibas or 2879Cs. With regular 2879 HGs, I tend to stick around 25 to 30 watts a pill.
I'll bring up the website. I'm pretty sure I got that number right off his website.
You're right on, Hawkeye. Dead key amp is 180 peak.
All right, so you can't have dead key and peak in the same friggin' sentence in the same number. That's not possible.
All right. I don't know, with peak and amp is 180 max.
If you have a VVI.
Well, I mean, you're going to have a certain dead key, and then you're going to have a certain peak swing. They're two completely different things, so that's the only reason I say it. He might be saying 180 watts peak going into the amp.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry about that. I stand corrected.
And I would never put 180 watts going into that 4-pill, that's for sure, but that's just me.
I'd have to say that I believe that he means 80 watts peak as far as the dead key. You don't want to dead key that amp any higher than that.
It says right off the website, max input carrier of 8 watts or 180 watt max carrier from amp.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's where I got that from. 180 watt max carrier from amp.
Yeah, so 180 watts max carrier, not max peak.
Right, well, that's what I was saying. I was setting it up for a 180 watt dead key.
Yeah, no, it should take it. I'm actually really surprised that he rates his stuff that high because most any builder you're going to see rates them at 25 watts a transistor now for carrier. But that's fine. I think you should be able to do 50 watts a transistor, for a carrier. So to me, you should be able to go up to roughly 200 watts out of that, which should be perfectly acceptable.
It also says max peak input 100 watts. So, I mean, even the 955 should be safe to run a 955 into that. I think the most I ever see out of my 955 is about 80 watts.
Yeah, exactly. That's about where I don't even know if I see 80 watts out of mine. Maybe if I don't know. I can't say beat the hell out of it. I mean, obviously I've had it turned all the way up and had the audio all the way up, and geez, for some reason I'm thinking like 65. But yeah, either way, it wouldn't hurt that thing. At least the swing way. only if I get a stick.
Yeah, I only see 55, 60 out of my striker.
Just curious, anyone listening to the stream, how the audio's coming through.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if they're going to say you can do a 100-watt swing into an amp, whether you're doing, you know, it depends on how much you're really swinging and what you're doing, but whether you're doing 60 or you're doing 120, you know, it's not going to be bad for the amp. You know, a real 120-watt swing amp or radio, I just don't see. I'm never going to, holy fuck, I'm losing it. I'm never going to consider a striker or an Anytone 100-watt radio. I don't care what anybody says. If it's a 100-watt radio, it better be up to dead key 25 watts and swing 100 watts. Those radios can dead key like max about 8. My old school 70 and my turbo in 2990. Now that's considered a 125-watt radio, you know, and that's got a 2-pill built in. That is good for a true 125 watts. You ain't getting that out of these fucking little RM5s or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, these numbers are all over the place. I mean, they're pretty liberal with their specs.
Hawkeye don't like the knobs.
No, I don't like the knobs.
Evening time, Hawkeye.
How's it going?
Well, not bad, not bad.
Good evening, Mr. Skidder. And yeah, you know, like I said, I definitely, next time you try it on sideband, wind it into it. You know, I mean, it's a...
Thank you, Spiderweb.
...and watts, like most of the builders are going to tell you, but, you know, I mean, you should see that thing swing 4 or 5 pretty easily on sideband.
Check it in there, radio man.
He probably went to go get some more birthday cake.
He did mention cocktail.
You doubled on that, Taz.
I said he did mention a cocktail or two.
Where'd you go, Big Mac?
You can see the slop buckets out there on 28. Man.
Can't even hear him.
I can't hear him, but I see him. I bet you heard that.
All I hear is you, Skidder.
You didn't hear that, Roger B? Damn.
No, well, my ears are fucking plugged up solid, so maybe that's part of it.
That could be, that could be.
That's probably why we didn't get no check-ins from Lewis and Auburn.
I do hear some beeps.
I can hear him.
Man, is it noises in my head?
Roger B.
Yeah, that too. I thought the wind was still blowing. Sorry, Hawk.
Did you hear me drive by a little late afternoon, Taz? I said hello.
I didn't have the radio on.
I figured I was right outside your door. I figured I'd come across your toaster or something.
Well, it could have been who rumbled the house. Fucking wind was screaming up here this afternoon, let me tell you.
Oh, your antenna looked like a fly fishing rod.
Yeah, it usually does.
Yeah, and I did get you, Skidder. I was throwing some logs in the stove. I got you. And yeah, it was pretty windy here today, too.
Help dry things up a little bit.
Oh, by the way, Screwdriver, I don't know if I told you earlier, I rocked that old hot water heater back and forth, and I got a lot more water and sludge out of it, and I was able to get it out of my basement all by myself, and I rolled it. I flipped it on its side like a barrel, and I rolled it up to my truck to take to the dump.
Excellent.
Water heater?
What was that, Hawkeye?
You say that was your hot water heater?
Yes, my hot water heater.
Roger.
Some things that, like, the guy was like, it's a water heater, not a hot water heater, god damn it.
Yeah, but how much does it swing?
Yeah, I wonder if I could use the heating elements for like a dummy load or something.
Oh man, keep it filled with water, or put some fuck using the heating elements. Just imagine, if you filled it full of like that oil that's non-conductive, that is one hell of a big dummy load.
Oh, fill it full of Diddy oil.
Some Diddy oil, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, maybe we got the wrong idea with Diddy. Maybe he was just making a hell of a dummy load for like his 100K amp or something.
It's a load fat, right?
Yeah, I can handle lots of loads.
Load.
When I was rolling the hot water heater, of course, some sludge was leaking out, and it looks like the dog got a real weird case of the squirts heading to my truck, because it would dump out a squirt of sludge there every time I rolled it. So I was like, oh, that's gross looking.
I just saw the best picture. There was about 30 people in a dog training class, and there's 3 dogs sitting on the owner's laps, and every single one of them were GSPs.
That sounds about right. The Velcro dog. Well, I told you GSP doesn't stand for German Short-Hair Pointer. It stands for German Short-Range Piss Missile.
I got to see my daughters at Christmas time. What a big baby.
The dog?
Yeah. His legs are so long. I mean, the top of his back is like 4 feet.
Yeah, they can probably jump. I mean, I have a female, so she's not as tall. But holy shit, she jumps like a friggin' cat. I mean, I watched her one day. She cleared the woodpile. She ran across the backyard and actually jumped over the woodpile and cleared it like she was Fonzarelli.
She's a jumper.
Fonzarelli on his Triumph.
Hey!
Really ride that bike.
I believe that.
That's where the term "jump the shark" came from.
Yeah, are you sure? They show him on that bike in the show. He only rode it like the very first time they ever showed it, and that was the last time he ever rode it.
Oh, who rode what? Where?
On Happy Days, Fonzie only rode that fucking bike. He only rode it one time. That was like the first time they ever rode the bike on that show. And then every time after that, they either pushed him around or he was just sitting on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't know how to ride a bike. He was just getting pulled by the camera crew for the credits. The one time he tried to ride it, he broke his ankle. And that was actually on the Triumph. So there was two different motorcycles on that if you watch. I think there was a Triumph for the first season, and then the rest of the seasons was a Harley.
I just remember seeing that shit in the documentary, facts about Happy Days or whatever. It wasn't really a documentary, just facts about the show.
I saw a guy do that one time on some big, like, Honda Goldwing. He put his feet down in front of the pegs to stop himself, and the pegs he rolled over his ankles, and boy, he shot up off the seat.
But even like Sons of Anarchy, there was some shit going around with Charlie Hoon and whatever the fuck his name is. You know, there was a picture of one of the takes where, you know, it had the big side wheels, the training wheels to hold it up, but you know, it was just some, you know, obviously the guy knows how to ride. It was just some take for, you know, whatever. There was somebody in the back and they had to mount a camera to it and do fucking something, but people were freaking out about that.
Somebody made a web series that was pretty funny. It was called Scoots of Anarchy, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. I remember seeing an interview with Winkler, and it was like one of those things where he says, "Yeah, I never learned to ride a bike. I never had to." He said, "I tried that one time. Something about there was a little hill, and he fell over and broke his ankle. And after that, they put on skates, and he was only on it a few times besides leaning on it to look good."
Well, anybody?
SGLBR went down quite a bit. I took the antenna off the OPEC switch and put it straight in with the amp meter.
Bueller. Yeah, some switches will definitely introduce a little bit of SWR into your system. If I was going to do it, I assume, what are you using your antenna switch for, radios or?
Yeah, Andy on YouTube saying it's dead here in Ohio. I mean, it's all local here where we are. We're all just local stations. We got about 25 here for roll call.
It's after the switch.
Roger. And they shouldn't put any SWR into the amp or into that, but I mean, I guess it could definitely put a match into your radio.
Yeah, there is a little bit of reflect in it, but the SWR doesn't go above 1.6. When I'm modulating it, it sort of does, but I don't know. It's jumping around from 1.0 to 1.9.
Yeah, I have my antenna switched right after my radios, just to switch the radios itself, that's it.
Yeah, and that's pretty common, Skywalker. If you're watching some radio that has, I don't know what's wrong for radio, but we'll say a Strike or a QT40, whatever has an SWR reading on there, like an instant auto calibrating supposedly, on sideband, it'll bounce up and it will actually, you might get a high warning thing on your radio, and your radio shuts off and stops transmitting when you're going into an amp. It's not an uncommon issue.
Roger that. I heard you, Taz, on that too, the switch. I think you said after the amp. But I understand what you're saying too, Screwdriver. Appreciate it.
No, the switch before the amp. After the radios. That way I can switch radios and it still all goes into the same amp. And then after that, the meter. After your amp. Radio in the switch, into the amp, and then out to the meter.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. I'll have to change that around.
What's your antenna situation, Skywalker? How is it, like all the way? Is it away from the building or what?
No. It's got a 20-foot mast that's attached to from the ground up to the eave, and then shoots up another 10 feet, and then also the antenna is like 39 feet from the top. The element is 39 feet from the ground.
So the base of the antenna is about 10 or 12 feet above the roof line?
Nope, I've got it like 5 feet.
Yeah, that might be a little close.
Roger that. Yeah, I'll probably shoot another 10 or 15 feet next year.
Metal roof can affect it too. I don't know what you got for a roof.
Shingle, Taz.
It shouldn't bother it that bad. Mine's not that high above the roof.
Roger, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was contemplating on putting it on the chimney on the main house, but I don't know. I'd like to have maybe a 4-element beam up there on a tripod.
I put stuff on chimneys too, but if it's, just make sure your chimney's in really good shape before you do that.
Roger on that. It's not. That will be an issue that I'll have to address way before I put something like that on there.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it's not in good shape. Yeah, you don't want to put it there then, huh?
Chimney coming down because an antenna was on it.
Oh no, fuck no. I don't need that. What'd you say, Radio Man?
No, I was chuckling when Taz said, "Don't put it on. You got to make sure your chimney's in good shape," because that's what I was thinking. And you go, "Yeah, that needs to be fixed." The joys of being a homeowner.
No, I'm not gonna put the horse before the cart.
Check it in there, birthday boy. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. I heard you earlier. I was just throwing logs in the wood stove there.
10-4 Roger on that.
Toasty warm down here, 67 degrees.
Showing up fashionably late, day late, dollar short.
How do you know we're pretty special, though, that he's out here talking to us on his birthday instead of being in his birthday suit? Well, I guess he could be.
Who
no, she could be under the deck.
Whoa! Turn the camera off.
Coming in here late, running low power.
That's what I do.
Sneak in under the radar.
I think the wind has put my antenna so you're off to the very side of it there, Hawkeye.
You're always turning your back to me over here. I'm starting to get a complex.
You don't. Now, if I point at you.
Don't do it.
No, you got to think of it. You're thinking of it the wrong way, Hawkeye. It's you give him such a good signal that he can put you backside and still hear you.
You're gonna make me say it.
That's right. Grace, you're in the strawberry patch. Grace, I'm like, quit your bitching.
Now you're getting the big stick. No diddy.
That's it. Hawkeye's tightening his knobs up.
See how those things so tight? You can hear the plastic starting to crack.
I like them so tight, you gotta move them back and forth until they heat up to get them to start moving.
See, Hawkeye, you know, I watch these CB radio reviews like Scott's Radios, and not one of them, the Radio Garage, nobody addresses knob quality tightness.
I know it.
Well, it's a fit and finish thing, you know? I mean, I kind of enjoy it. I'm not going to lie, because it's something that I never noticed until Hawkeye brought it up. And now I look at it on every fucking radio.
No,
Thanks a lot.
Screwdriver even grabs on his nipples to see how firm they are.
I got a scram.
Is it weird that the left one is looser than the right?
Sell to my best friend.
Just sit debating there whether you're going to put it in the trash can or not.
I can't even put it back in the box because I might sell it. I got to just leave it out and let it collect dust like it deserves.
Is that
Whoa.
I need somebody to get the Striker 955 HPC Plus. I gotta know how the knobs are.
They're going to be all loose.
It says it has an upgraded VFO rotary dial, so that could go either way.
What?
Yes, that was one of the upgrades, was supposedly the rotary encoder.
Oh, you totally neglected to tell me that the other morning. Now I got to dive in.
Yes, I actually totally forgot about it until now. Rumor has it's based off the high drive modified rotary encoder that he made for Striker.
He didn't make it. He just got an Alps encoder.
Oh, I know in one of his videos about a year ago.
Oh, that guy talks more shit in a dime store radio.
I mean, his handle is high drive or mud duck or double D. I mean, he gets around.
You know who's got good knobs? I'll tell you who's got good knobs. President's got good knobs.
You know, I just grabbed the knob and moved it up and down a little bit on this ICOM, and now I'm going to cry a little bit.
I'm touching my knob as we speak.
Just a tip. See how it feels.
It's a bad visual. Very bad visual.
Hey, we're talking about Strikers.
Yes, Presidents do have some pretty tight knobs on them.
President, I got to look at two knobs.
Only two? Well, if you did nitro knobs, it'd be an inexpensive upgrade.
One of them is a two-position knob.
Yeah, but the nitro knobs they still push onto the same. It's not the knobs that are loose. That's the thing. Like you look at it, it's not the knobs. It's the actual potentiometer. It's just the quality of them. So even if you put on nitro knobs, it's still going to be just as sloppy as what was on it before.
Yeah, you know, on the 955, I looked into it. I took the covers off, and the knob that's the worst is the clarifier. And if you look, it's on this little tiny 3/8 by 3/8 inch circuit board sticking up off the main board, and it's just flopping around.
Kind of makes you wonder if you go in there and try to like pinch the tabs together a little bit to tighten it up to get less slop, or what they're using for a bushing in there, because you know they're not using no roller bearings or anything.
I was thinking about just filling the gap with some hot glue. Shoot the gap.
They have trucker eyes. Now there's Hawkeye eyes.
Oh, them nitro knobs are about gay as AIDS.
Yeah, I know my striker, the one thing I did notice first thing, and it never bothered me, but my channel knob, especially my 655, but channel knob, that fucking thing, you could move that thing up and down, it seems like a quarter of an inch.
Hawkeye, how would you rate the quality of my superior single sideband?
Tonight, it's an 8.5.
Well, I am running a striker.
How many decimal places do you run? Is that like 8.50 or 8.54? I mean, I'm just curious.
That's 8.50. Yeah, I've heard you better, Radio Man. So I mean, it's not horrible. It sounds good, but I've heard you sound better. So I don't know what you've changed, but you started off a little wobbly. You stepped up and you cleaned her up a bit, but I'd still say it's an 8.5.
Really? What would you say? Like audio's low, or like too hot, or what am I missing the 1.5 on?
I can hear some. I can tell you're running an amplifier. You know, it's a little chop. There's a little chop in there, a little rasp on the rise, and a little rasp on the fall. You know, I shouldn't be able to tell you're running an amplifier. Is my point.
Pretty damn good, though.
It is pretty damn good, yes.
All right, just for shits and giggles, I turned the amplifier off. No amplifier. How about it now?
I don't know if I believe you.
It's sounding like AM. Radio Man just now sounding like AM. I'll tell you right now, it's like a 9.5 out of a 10. You'll be really, really, really picky. It's just not exactly clean.
Yeah, this is no amp, Hawkeye. No amp.
I think occasionally, I don't know if you have your noise gate on or anything, but occasionally I notice like it almost falls off too quick sometimes. I'm not hearing it over here. You sound normal to me, but obviously, yeah, it is what it is.
That's exactly what I think I'm hearing. It's like a noise gate, and to me, you know, people run them. To me, noise gates have always been annoying.
I got one on right now. I think it's pretty mellow. I think I have it tamed down, but are you noticing it a lot on my audio?
No, I can't really detect the noise gate artifact on yours, no.
Nope.
Roger. I think I got it set up really low, so it's not aggressive drop.
Good evening, 500.
Good evening.
Yeah, when Radio Man had the amp off, it went down to like 7 dB. But when it's on and he's modulating, it's like 9 plus.
9 plus. 9 plus.
I heard it. That's like a 9.5, not an 8.5. I heard it.
Well, I can live with it. You know, I'm getting 8.5s and 9.5s. You know, that's livable.
No, radio man, that sounds good over here. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll take anything above a 5 for a rating personally. You get up to like 8.5. I mean, that's still pretty damn good audio right there.
Considering the amount of audio gear you have in line, it's pretty damn amazing you have it sounding as good as you do.
You did lower a little bit of your bass recently. I wonder if adding that bass back in, Radio Man, would help that on sideband make any difference to his concerning ear. Maybe get yourself up to like an 8.75.
Well, that was on the Ranger, which I only use on AM. So I'm on the Striker tonight. Different mic, different radio, different sound processor.
Oh, so this is the same. You haven't changed anything on this setup then in quite a while?
No, I haven't changed anything. No, not at all. Hey, Dutchman, how you doing?
Oh, man, because I can tell you, your signal and Screwdriver's signal are so close, and I would have to say my discerning ear. Screwdriver audio sounds very natural sounding. Yours sounds great, but it sounds a little compressed.
Oh, no. Well, I guess I'll have to work on that.
Well, I don't know what you're running a compressor in line or what?
Nothing on the Striker. If anything, it'd be in the Zoom. I don't think I have any compressor. I don't think I do. I'd have to look at the manual.
Yeah, he's right. It sounds kind of compressed in there. I've almost like you bring your carrier up a little bit. Because you got a stupid swing. Obviously, sideband should have that big swing to it, but you got a stupid swing to it. It's like running over the top of my receiver a little bit.
Oh, but I gotta have swing.
Man, I would say just crank up your audio some then, right? What the hell? If it ain't right, just turn it to the right. Fuck, does that work? It does in my book.
I mean, I understand sideband. I totally get it. But it's like, whack. I don't know. Just saying.
Oh, now we got them turning knobs. Holy fuck, watch out.
Sounds a little bit like you got a compressor going on.
We're going to be turning some knobs. I like where this night is going.
Really splitting hairs over here, definitely. But 500, his audio sounds very natural, too.
Yeah, see, I have a hard time giving an audio report to a Radio Man on sideband because he literally bounces this thing off the end, and if I got the noise blankers on at all, he'll always sound almost overdriven, but I know he's not.
Oh, I listen to, when I listen back to the live feed, I can hear how you guys sound to each other. I don't know how you do it.
Just get used to it, no big deal.
Ain't no thing.
This is the second week in a row. I don't think I actually might have fucked with my audio a little bit this week. I shouldn't say that. I know my audio settings are pretty close, but what I'm using right now for software, it doesn't seem like I can save all my settings. So I've just been leaving it open and leaving it on.
I don't even know what radio you're on tonight. You on the ICOM?
Yeah, I'm on the ICOM running that $20 mic plugged into my computer. to say, I think the ICOM going straight through the front does better than going through the back of the striker. So, I don't know. I've been leaving it hooked up to this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. For my ears, you always sound best when you're on the ICOM. On sideband, anyways.
I mean, it is like a 40, 50-year-old radio. I don't know. Probably was made in like 82, 85 area. So, you know, it's top quality here.
You know, that's a radio where they really focused on the superior mode.
Yes, because the other mode, not so much.
How are we doing now there, Hawkeye?
Oh, jeez, you know, give a guy a warning before you're gonna... at least let me... oh, my.
If he had a meter, you would have just broke it.
Damn it, boy. How's this rinky-dink 7300 sound over there?
That thing sounds choice, man.
Perfect.
7300 paying over here.
10-4, roger there, 500. Sounding good.
Getting in there. Haven't been like a while. Where you been?
Oh, working, relaxing, vacay. Working on my sandbagging badge.
Nice.
Back to reality Monday.
Must have enough to go around your house now.
I heard a cat up there. Meow. What was that, Tass?
Hey, you must have enough sandbags to go around your house now.
I got them up to the bottom of the windows. Jesus, I didn't mean to pull a Regal and kill the channel.
I'm just sitting here picturing Radio Man with a fucking 28-inch aluminum bat just pounding the living Christ out of his striker.
Well, why would I do that? I'm having a good time.
All right, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm not upset. Why would I beat on a perfectly good radio?
Processor on that thing?
On the striker, it shouldn't be. I don't think now I gotta look. I don't think any of that shit should be on.
It's your birthday, come on. Get him going, Hawkeye.
Oh, shit, I gotta go take some more drugs and go to bed. We'll catch you guys later.
You can't stir up shit and leave.
Hey, 21 South Carolina. Thank you. Stopping by.
How dare you?
Have a good rest of the evening. Okay.
Catch you later. Now that I know Radio Man's okay, he's not flipping out over there.
He's got his live on loop so you don't notice it, and he's turning all kinds of knobs right now. I mean, I do that sometimes. I just like turning knobs and pushing buttons, and, you know, if I don't think my audio is right on, I like to fuck with it. But Radio Man. So here's the thing you got to remember. This is what I'm going off. Mr. Hawkeye is getting over a very bad cold, and he still has water in his ears. So his hearing is not quite what it normally is. So, you got to kind of rate this on a bell curve.
Yeah, you got to take this with a grain of salt from old Hawkeye. In 2 weeks, it could be completely different.
That's a fair point.
Except that the water doesn't seem to affect skidder, screwdriver, or 500. Oops, did I say that?
Oh, no.
Don't you gotta go to bed or something?
It sounds better.
Apologize for pointing that out.
Don't you gotta go to bed or something?
Sound like...
Yeah, is it time to leave?
Why don't you go brush your teeth?
I had already turned the amp off. I couldn't help it.
I mean, that's some funny shit, though.
In all fairness, the 3 people he mentioned, I believe, are all on HF rigs.
Friggin' guy. Wait till I see him. I'll have a surprise for him.
Are you gonna bring your bat?
No, I'm gonna loosen the knobs on his president.
Yeah, that president's gonna have loose knobs now.
He's gonna go to change the channel and the knob's just gonna come off on his hand. Oh no!
I really wanted to try this other mic I got sitting here because I kind of like the looks of it, and it's got this like foam shell around it, and I just don't know if I have room, but I'm like, I've been trying to get this one dialed in. I'm like, now I'm going to fuck it all up by going to something different. But I do enjoy fucking shit up, so, you know.
Yeah, you don't need any help doing that, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, for a while I did, but now lately it's been the last year or two. I'm like, you know, I just kind of bounce around what I feel like running for the week.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
A little bit of noises and something way down in there. Can't quite tell what it is, but there's something.
No, we got nothing.
Well, guys, I'm gonna shut it down and call it a night. I'm pretty tired. I was up late last night, so you guys all have a good evening.
Have a good evening. Happy birthday.
Yes. All right, Fix It. I expect you to talk and hold it down here. Can't be all screwdriver holding down the fort.
Hey, have a good. Yeah. Have a good one, man. We'll catch you tomorrow. And I got another little bit before I leave to meet my buddy. So yeah, I'll still be here.
10-4. Yeah, and I heard you too, Taz. Yeah, I'll catch you guys this weekend. See ya.
Have a good rest of your evening.
Hit the hay.
Yes, no late ones tonight. All right, everybody. Over on YouTube and Facebook, I got to shut the stream down. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for everyone stopping by. And I don't think I'll be doing much this weekend, so maybe I'll do some other live streams. See you guys later. Radio Man is shutting it down here in just a second.